you can't say, let me screen record this. They be deleting my shit, bro. Let me screen record this shit real quick. You can't say you believe in the Bible, but don't think the earth is flat. You cannot believe in the Bible. You cannot believe in this book and don't think that the earth not flat. Because I'm ready to get into it, dog. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, how is that? But you cannot believe the earth is round or a ball and believe in this. It's impossible. You can't do that. Anyway, because you got people coming in here getting off, because they're stuck in the world and don't want to learn nothing. Then you got people that's on here from the sideline. Like, y'all are weak. Poor, unfortunate souls. Ready to get into it, whether y'all the fuck on here or not. Genesis chapter 1, verse 6. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters above the firmament. And it was so. Well, you look at that. And God said, let there be a firmament, which is a dome, in the midst of the waters. So he's going to put a dome in the midst of the waters. Dog, look. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. Chapter 1, verse 7. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament and above the firmament. That tell you everything right there. You cannot set a firmament on a ball. You cannot set a firmament on a ball. He said it. Let there be a firmament in the midst, in the middle of the motherfucking water, and divide the waters from the waters. Let me read it again, because y'all not letting this fucking shit sink in. Y'all skipping and dancing all around this shit at church. Y'all saying that the earth not flat, it's round, it's a ball and all of this shit. No, we gonna get straight the fuck into it. Genesis 1, verse 6. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and divide it from the waters. 7. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters that were above the firmament. So, you got to remember, the old world was Tiamat. A moon hit Tiamat. It created Earth, which is Kai, planet Kai. So we are on Tiamat, but on Earth, with a dome over it, surrounded by the waters above, which is your sky, and the waters below. Because he set the firmament in the midst of the waters. It's flat. Think. All you have to do is think, bro. Planet Kai is sitting on Tiamat on the bottom of the fucking ocean in the firmament with waters above and waters below. Because you cannot set a firmament or a dome on a ball. Let's read it again. Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters. So this firmament is in the fucking ocean. This firmament is in the ocean. Because it tell you right here. Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters. And let it divide the waters from the waters. So this is in the middle of the water. The middle of the water. Separated by water, which is above, and waters below. So this would be below. Because we're on Tiamat, which is planet Kai. From the old world, from the Anunnaki or the Anunnaki, which means those sent to Earth by Anu. So Anu sent people here to Kai. Kai meaning Earth. Those sent by Anu to Ki. Ki meaning Kai. Tiamat. This is the waters below. This is the waters above. This is planet Kai. That's on Tiamat in the fucking water. That's surrounded by the firmament. Because you can't put a fucking firmament on a ball. It has to be set. Like it say right here. He's precise with his words. Just like in 1:14, he clearly says, and God said, let there be lights in the firmament. One to rule for the daytime, one to rule for the nighttime, with some stars sprinkled around in there. Nowhere in here it says he put fucking planets in there. Because he would have fucking said the shit if it was planets in there. He specifically said he put these lights for the daytime and the lights for the nighttime inside of the firmament, which is in the fucking ocean under the fucking water, separated by the waters above and the waters below. So I'm just trying to figure out why y'all still think we on a fucking round ball floating around somewhere in the sky. Because a circle and a ball are two different things. A circle and a ball is two different things, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's flat. You cannot set. What does set mean? You set your motherfucking lighter down and you lost that motherfucker just that fast, right? Set. You set it down. He set the firmament down. It clearly tell you right there. God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. So how the fuck y'all still out here thinking that we're floating around in the fucking sky on a ball? And the water just staying there. And we supposed to be spending all these thousands and thousands of miles fast. And you believe that? It's because they, the colonizers, the people who indoctrinated us to think that. It was a program every fucking day at school since you was a little kid to keep 1 + 1 is 2. Second grade, 1 + 1 is 2. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucking program, bro. You got to know what's real in here and you got to know what's not real in here. Because it's a lot of stuff that's cap. But we're not talking about that today. We are talking about the firmament being set in the midst of the waters. It's set. You cannot set a dome on a ball and expect it to work. He specifically said he set the firmament in the fucking waters to separate the fucking waters above from the waters below. This is the waters below. This is the waters above the firmament. That's why your sky is blue. Set. It's key words. Then God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament. God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament. The fucking answer is right there. This whole fucking time. Y'all still think we on a fucking float ball in the sky. It's certain words that he used, like circle. Because if he wouldn't have said it was a circle, he was gonna say it was a ball. But he didn't say that. A circle. This is a circle. A circle. This is a circle. It's not a ball. This is more like a ball. This is a circle. You gotta know the fucking difference, and you gotta read and break these fucking words down, because everything is an allegory. Galatians 4:24 explains to you what the fuck is going on. See, when we was writing this stuff and putting this shit together, because these motherfuckers ain't know how to do that. So we wrote the shit, but we snuck some truth in there. You know what I'm saying? Galatians 4:24 tell you, which all things are in allegory. You look up and see what the fuck allegory mean. Allegory means hidden in plain sight. Shapes, symbols, numbers. We put this shit in here because we knew motherfuckers, pastors and shit was not going to even be talking about this. They're not going to be talking to you about the firmament. They're not going to tell you what's going to happen when you die. They're not going to tell you that. They're going to tell you to keep floating your ass on up there to that light and you're going to heaven. And it's a lie. Because it's kids coming back here remembering their past lives and how they died and where they died and where their bodies are. You can Google this shit right now. My granddaughter is seeing my father and playing hide and go seek with my brother's soul and spirit and shit. That's how you know. The reincarnation cycle, they did not know. They did not have the knowledge. They didn't know. So they went into the light and they were reincarnated back here. And once they got back here, they thought it was going to be on some shit like they was going to be back here, and they wasn't. So now that they're stuck in the fourth dimension as a ghost. Okay? Y'all got to explain. These people are not going to explain this shit to you. So when you die, you're going to be greeted by the archons. You don't know who the fuck the archons are? They're a group of beings that's going to meet your ass right there with some fake ass pictures or holographic images of your dead loved ones or whoever you believed in. You know what I'm saying? It might be my dad, it might be my brother, because that's what happened to me. But I ain't ready to get into my story. I'm going to tell you what actually happened in the Sumerian text. And if you don't want to read or get the knowledge, I will give you the information for $200. Why? Because I had to go to school for this. I had to class. That shit costs money. And it's my time that I'm taking away from myself to teach you something that you could fucking read yourself. So if you want this information, just DM me and be like, look, I want to escape the reincarnation cycle. We won't talk that at church, and I need to know. I will tell you. But like I said, this is my time, and I'm dedicated to this because this is the main reason why they keep you so programmed to their system and blind, because they don't want you to actually meet the creator. And these churches are all ruled by the Vatican, and they can only teach you a certain thing. So they're not going to teach you what to do. They're going to keep on getting you to come to church with these good sermons, but not actually teaching you anything. They're going to talk about hope and faith, but they're not going to tell you how to escape the soul trap from being reincarnated, coming back here. That's not what you want to do. You want to meet the creator. So when you start floating up into this motherfucking white light, a tunnel of light, you're going to be greeted by a group of archons. It's ARCHONS. Alright? They're going to trick you. Now, this is what I need y'all to pay attention to, because this when shit get tricky and it get real. They're going to show you whoever done passed away in your life that was very influential in your life. They're going to be like, your mom is here waiting for you to come into the light. Your dad, your brothers, everybody is in here and they're waiting on you to come into the light, and it's not going to be them. You have to, like, once that shit start going on, you have to pay attention to what's next, because when they show you, say for instance, my dad, like when I was shown this, they showed me my dad, showed me my brother, and said they waiting for you to come into the light, step into the light. And I'm like, bitch, I ain't going no fucking where, because first of all, this shit don't feel right. Second of all, why the fuck they can't come out here where I'm at? Why the fuck do I gotta go in there? And it was just a weird energy. So when I said that, I woke up. And when I woke up, I was in Grady Hospital on March the 17th, 2023, with all this EKG shit hooked up to me. I don't even know who pulled me out of my car when I passed out. You know what I'm saying? But fuck all that. Let's get back to you floating into this light. When you die, soon as something happened, you need to be aware. Like, okay, boom, boom. 15 to 20 seconds is a long time, but a short time to think about it. Like, okay, 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Like, that's a long time. You need to figure out what the fuck you're going to do. And I know what to do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to explain to you, just in case you don't you know what I'm saying, you don't have enough time, you panic or some shit, and 15 seconds, the whole process is going to take about an hour. You know what I'm saying? Because they're basically trying to get you to go into the light so that they can have your soul to reincarnate back here. So basically, they're just going to use your soul in a different vehicle, which is your body, your vessel, you know what I'm saying, your container, to be here again. Or if you don't make it in time, you be stuck here and you have to come back to Earth, you're going to be a ghost like my dad and my brother. That's the reason why Sue Young keeps saying there go Papa Tommy, and she's pointing up in the fucking ceiling and shit and playing hide and go seek, saying, Grandma, did you see that? It's Jerry Mundry. His name is Jerry Mundry. Like, first of all, you 2 years old. How the fuck do you even know his name? Nobody even talk about him. Nobody even say his name. You know what I'm saying? It's been 20 some years. So we are like, not saying that we got over it, but it's not the same like when it first happened. Like, all I could think about is my brother. But when I'm talking to her about my brother, or we mention my brother, we say my brother or my son, or, you know what I'm saying? We never get into detail about the names because it don't matter, because we're talking to a kid. So how the fuck do she know his name? And she's running and playing back and forth. And then when she turned around, the bag that was on the ottoman, it started moving. That's how I know she saw something, and she just stopped and looked at the bag moving. I have all of these videos on here, but everybody think that I'm crazy, or I will believe a child before I believe a motherfucker my age telling you that I died and I came back and this is what I saw. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody is going to tell you the real when they saying that they died and coming back. They going to say that they saw Jesus and Jesus said if he gave me one chance to come back here and all of this bullshit. That shit is a script. You have to have details. If these people are actually seeing Jesus, why they not confirming what this man looked like? What's the details around the whole fucking shit? They not gonna do that. I'm sitting here telling you, when I'm sitting in my fucking car downtown Atlanta. It's downtown. I should be able to hear everything. My hearing went away. First, it was a buzzing in my ear, and I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. So I'm looking around at everybody else, and I'm just sitting in my car. I'm looking around at everybody else, and I don't hear shit. It's like my hearing went away. So I started looking into like why my hearing going. Like I'm thinking it's the government, because I have too much information, first of all. And they've been blocking and fucking with my pages and shit. So now I'm like, that's the government, because they have a patent to, bro, they can walk through walls in vehicles with these gray aliens and all of this shit. It's a patent. You just got to do the research, bro. And me telling you this, they probably cut my live off or anything, or delete the live, but I'm screen recording just in case. They have a patent to walk through people's cars and homes and walls and shit. So I'm like, yeah, that's them. I'm downtown Atlanta. I don't hear nothing. I don't hear no dogs. I don't hear no people. I don't hear no cars. I don't hear no music. I don't hear shit. I pass out in the fucking car. When I pass out in the car, I start floating into this fucking light. I start floating into this fucking light, dog. I'm floating into the fucking light. I'm asking questions. I'm like, where I'm at? What is this place? They're not fucking saying nothing. But soon as they start talking, it's a cosmic voice. It's not like a voice like mine. It's cosmic. It's like, I can't explain it, dog. It's like a computer or some shit. I can't explain it, bro. Like cosmic motherfucking alien or some shit type of voice. And I'm talking, but my fucking lips not moving. Bro, I remember all of this shit vividly. I'm talking, but my lips is not moving. So it's telepathically. So I'm talking and I'm like, what's going on? And he like, or she, because it's a cosmic voice, they like, my daddy and my brother is waiting on me to come in there, to go inside of this light. All my people in there, you know what I'm saying? I mean, of course they didn't say it like that, but I'm just trying to break it down to you how you can understand it easier. Your people in there, Sharonda in there, you know, your brother in there, your daddy in there, Grandma Annie in there, like Barbie in there, all your people in there, and they waiting for you to come in there. Something don't feel right, dog. That's why I'm like, oh, hell no. And I had already been awakened to know that the archons are going to meet you there. Soon as you die, soon as you start floating up into that fucking light, they're going to meet you. And that's what that was. They was meeting me and presenting me with my dead loved ones that really impacted my life to trick me to go into this light. But I'm looking at my brother and I'm looking at my daddy and I'm like, my daddy ain't used to walk like that. My daddy ain't used to do shit like that. My brother ain't used to talk like that or stand like that. He did his mouth a certain way. That's not them. So if it was them, why the fuck they can't come out here where I'm at? And I said that telepathically, and they got mad, and I woke up, and when I woke up, I was in the hospital. I still have the lie. I was so paranoid. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like, why the fuck am I in this hospital with all this shit hooked up to me? So I found my phone real quick. I went live and I started telling the doctor, like, soon as I woke up, because, you know, like, if you're dreaming or something, it's like, soon as you wake up, in about 30 seconds, the dream is gone. You're not going to remember shit. All right. But this particular time, I had details like, look, they tried to infiltrate my memory when I was sitting in the car. I passed out. I started floating into this light. I was talking. I was saying all of this shit that I just told y'all. And when I said I won't fucking going into that light, why the fuck my daddy and my brother can't come out here where I'm at? They didn't fucking like that. And when I woke up, that's when I woke up in there. So I hurry up and got my phone and turned it on my Facebook Live just so I can have proof and evidence. Like, I know I'm not fucking tripping. And the doctor is telling me that the Galactic Federation has seen my light because I took the fucking shrooms and it opened up my third eye to this higher dimension, a higher frequency, because this is a plant. This is a healing plant. It's going to heal you and it's going to tell you the truth, like a truth serum. It's going to give you the real. Like these people that's walking around with schizophrenia and all that shit, they not crazy. They just on a higher and different frequency than we are. And they seeing and actually talking to these beings that we can't see. You know what I'm saying? You're not on that frequency, so you're not going to see that type of shit. But when I was on the shrooms and I had those 5 grams of shrooms, I was on a different frequency. And then when I came home from New York, that's when it set in like, damn, it's fucking UFOs right here, dog. Nobody believe me. My mom and them tweeting like, ain't no UFOs out there. I'm like, me and somebody else see it. So you don't see the lights? She said, what the hell is them lights? She said it 5 times. She saw the helicopters. It was one helicopter in the front. Then it was like, it was a helicopter in it. It was something in the middle. And the helicopter that was behind it kind of was like a little bit away from it. But it was like, it was in the middle of the 2 helicopters. Like they was forcing it to go a certain way or trying to move it or get it. Like they was following it or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is real. I have recordings of every fucking UFO I ever recorded since my awakening last August in 2022. But back to the archives, they are going to trick you into going into this light so that they can have your soul for the reincarnation process, because it's a soul trap. Just so that they can come back here and use your soul as a different container or vessel to harvest energy, because that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a spirit and a soul like we do. You know what I'm saying? They only have a spirit. Them other races, like the Asians, the Asians, the Arabs, the Mexicans, Dravidians, and your Caucasians only have a spirit. They do not have a soul and a spirit. So these draconians and reptilians that's running this realm, the ones who don't have a physical avatar, the soul comes from the moon. It's like, bro, my past life, bro, it showed me what the fuck is really going on. Everybody is on this ship as a soul. And when somebody need that soul, your soul comes down here to the womb, and then you're created in space, which is water. It's dark and it's water. We were actually breathing hydrogen before we started breathing and forced to breathe oxygen. So once we come out of the womb, we turn this color. We might have a green patch on us or a blue patch. That's because it's water, and we used to be those colors in the cosmos because it's no oxygen there. You know what I'm saying? They forced this oxygen that we're breathing now into this realm. At first, we used to breathe water because when you come out of the womb, you're in water. And then also, they make you cut the umbilical so fast and so early. You're supposed to leave the umbilical cord attached to the placenta for at least 35 minutes to an hour or so that you can get your Akashic records from millions and millions and millions of eons ago. That's all the information of existence from day fucking one in those records, because you are a part of your mom and her mom and Grandma Annie mama and Grandma Lucy mama. Like, it go all the way back to the Indians, to the Anunnaki, which are the beings that created us. This is pre-Adam stuff. This is pre-Adamite stuff. This is stuff before the flood and this holy Bible. That's what I'm saying. They're not going to teach you this shit in church because it's going to cancel out their whole getting money, or you're going to go to heaven. You come here, you go to the altar, which is a whole ritual, because if you know what altars are, it's used in witchcraft. It's a whole ritual in there. They harvest energy through the altar. You add shit to your Christmas tree, you're adding to your altar. You take away from it when you're eating your candy cane, you're eating from your altar. Then you got milk and cookies out. You're inviting a spirit to come in and eat this shit. This is all ritual. This is the same thing. It's altar. It's here to donate energy to the altar for the right time. And by y'all keep saying, Jesus is good, Jesus is mad, Jesus is good. All them times you keep saying Jesus, you're really calling Satan, because Jesus and Satan are the same entity. You cannot have one without the other. You cannot have black without white. You cannot have your higher self without your ego. You cannot have good without bad. So in order to receive blessings from the Most High, or that person that you think is Jesus, you have to call him by his real name. And his real name is not Jesus, and it's not Yeshua. But they're not going to teach you that. You know what I'm saying? And in your Bible, it tells you his children will know his name. But they got you so focused on this one book that you cancel out all the other books is fake or not true, because they push this one on you. But those other books have the truth in it also. This one book, the Bible, only has part of the truth. You know what I'm saying? So you have to look into other books to find the whole truth. And Jesus tells you his story in his own book. His name is not Jesus. His mother tells you his name in her book. His name is not Jesus. And if you read the Pistil Sophia, you would learn that his name is not Jesus or Yahshua or whatever. Yahweh, Yeshua, none of that shit. That's not his name. Secondly, you have to ask. You have to ask. You cannot just pray or thank you for this and thank you for that. And you have to ask. Basically, summon your ancestors, summon your celestial and terrestrial and celestial beings, your archangels, your guardian angels, all the angelic beings. You have to ask them for what you want. You have to ask them to show you a sign, show you in knowledge, show you while you're sleeping, show you what the fuck is going on, because these people and these pastors are not going to do that. You have to realize that Jesus was killed by the church. Jesus was speaking out against the Sadducees and the Pharisees. And who is that? That's the Pope. That's the church. He was killed by the church. You know what I'm saying? And if you read the other book, in the Epistle Sophia, he left at 13 years old and did not come back until he was 32 and died at 33. That's where you get your Christ consciousness from, because you have 33 vertebrae in your spine. That's where your Kundalini energy comes from, and it spirals up your spine and goes to your pineal gland, which have crystals in it. The oil, which is the Kundalini energy, is the Christ energy that goes up your spine to your third eye, which is your pineal gland, and it mixes with the crystals, and it gives you Christ consciousness, like what happened to me when I took the shrooms. I didn't take the shrooms to get to be this person. I took the shrooms to have a good time with my best friend in New York City for my birthday. But when in New York, it's a city, it's a lot of shit going on, and I could not focus on the high, you know what I'm saying? Because it was a lot of shit going on. But when I got home, I was still in that dimension, but I started to see things clearly, and things started to come to me without me having to read a book or do any research. And then once it came to me, I had to hurry and write it down and then do the research, and like, I'm not the only one that's like this. That's what that means. It's the story of Jesus is real, but that character that they have you believing is not. You know what I'm saying? You have to know the two. And it's so many books that you have to read. Basically, you need to read the Sumerian text to know how to escape the soul trap. And if you don't want to read it, I can give you the information, but it's going to cost you, because this is not the type of information that you just give to the whole world. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that, because they're going to try to kill me. They're going to probably try to delete this live. You know what I'm saying? But this stuff is engraved in stone, which was translated by, say for instance, the Anunnaki got a being or a person to translate it for them so that we could have to know. But they're not going to teach you that. So I broke the code, and I know what to do because I experienced it in my near-death experience. And what y'all got to understand is that a near-death experience, which means they claim that you died and you came back to life, is impossible. But let's just say that's what happened. Okay, so when I supposedly had died and came back to life, it's basically the same thing as dying, but my soul did not leave my body. It's me. Okay, so the DMT that's being released into your brain when you die is the same DMT that's being released to your brain when you have a near-death experience, what I had. But your soul does not leave your body when you have the near-death experience. You're just basically stuck in between parallels. Like, you're on the third dimension, but you're stuck in between the fourth dimension. Basically the same thing as sleep paralysis. You're in between parallels. So that's why you can't move in your sleep. And that's why they say, oh, you're hallucinating. No, you're not hallucinating. They tell you that you're hallucinating because they don't want you to actually question what you actually fucking saw. So they're going to say, oh, you were just hallucinating. That stuff wasn't there. Bitch, it was there. You know what I'm saying? So they call it hallucinations, but that's basically you being stuck in the third and fourth parallel, and you can't move and you're stuck. And sometimes you'll be able to astral project from that. which you can leave your body, but your body will still be connected to you with a white cord. And then when you wake up, that's when you download. And if you don't think about the past, when you wake up, it's like so refreshing to unplug from their world to focus on nature, what we supposed to be doing. The only thing that we're supposed to be doing, the only purpose that we have is to get the knowledge. That's the reason why the disciples followed Jesus, was to get the knowledge to escape being reincarnated back here. They're not going to tell you that in church, but you have to read the other books to know this information. His disciples was faithful to him. They left everything, my nigga. They left like I left to get away, to get the knowledge. That's why I have the knowledge, because at home I couldn't get the knowledge. It's either I gotta cut grass, I gotta weed eat, I gotta fix tires on lawnmowers, I gotta take the tire off, I gotta put the tire back on, I gotta feed 20 fucking dogs, I gotta, you know what I'm saying, feed the chickens, feed the ducks, do all of this stuff, because nature, like, you have to pay attention to nature. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to be eating the animals. We're supposed to be connecting with them. They're not here for us to eat. That shit was forced on us through the people in the Caucasus Mountains. Your Bigfoots and your Sasquatch. Those people. They're going to tell you, oh, well, Bigfoot, that's a myth. So you see how they make you not believe this shit by calling it a myth? No, Bigfoot. Bigfoot and Sasquatch, they actually exist, but it's not a myth. It's actually the cavemen and Neanderthals who escaped from the Caucasus Mountain when Zeus or Satan was creating these other races. So when he first started creating them, he took all these animal genetics and, you know, a muskrat and snub-nosed monkey and pigskin and lemur and dog, and all mixed this shit up, and he created your monkey. And then it went from the monkey to the baboon, and from the baboon to, you know, or from the gorilla to the ape, and the ape to the monkey, or the monkey to the chimpanzee, and then, you know what I'm saying, from the chimpanzee to what you have today is the Homo sapien, or the Neanderthal, the people that have fur and hair. Because this is not hair, this is ether, this is electricity, this is how we scan the environments, this is our antennas. So when the sun hit our antennas, it's firing up the inside and creating this ether that is black, that's electricity. That's why they make a lot of niggas cut their hair off when they go to jail, because that's a lot of power in jail. And it's a cell, and we have cells. And you're in a 6x9 created by the 6 ether beings for the 9 ether beings. You have to understand the etymology and all of these spells that's in these words, bro. Like, if I would have never took the shrooms, I would have never been this person to know half of the shit that a lot of people don't know, or stuff that I could get killed for just by speaking on. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ask for this. It happened because it was supposed to happen. But y'all gotta realize that Bigfoot and all of them motherfuckers, those are just the Neanderthals that actually got away from the Caucasus Mountains, and they be seeing them in the woods and shit. So that shit really do exist. Mermaids exist, leprechauns exist. These beings live in the inner earth and outer earth, and, you know, the city of Agartha. And well, it's really, it come down to the subterranean kingdom that's inside of the planet called city of Shambhala and Agartha, and you know, how it coincides with the inception of human creation. And yeah, these interdimensional and outer dimensional primordial celestial beings been here. The Anunnaki been here. The 24 elders, the elders been here. The scientists, 24 scientists, they been here. Yakub is the only one that rebelled against God. That's where they get the story from. And he took a third of the stars. He actually took 2/3 with him here. And the angels. That's your fallen, which are your Anunnaki who created us. But they're going to give you this. They're going to give you his story. They're not going to give you the real story from the Sumerian text that I'm giving you. Because they stole all of that shit from us and compiled it into that book that has been remixed 30,000 times. And if you ain't vibrating high enough or on a frequency where I'm at to understand intuitively about what the fuck I'm talking about, you're not going to understand. You're not going to understand, and you're not going to overstand it either. This shit is going to go over a lot of people's head. This shit is not for everyone. And like I said, if you want to escape, it's $200. You would sit up there and give your pastor $100 a week at church, but you can't. That's $400, and you can't give me $200 to escape. But if you still want to commit to keep going to that bullshit to see what other lies, because once I give you this information, you can be like, oh hell no, I've been lied to my whole fucking life. Now you going to church to see what other lies they telling in there. Now you gonna see through their bullshit that it's just a trick to get your energy. Because they playing God. They are playing God. What makes them any different from me? I'm telling you the truth. I'm not ready to sit up there and lie to you about heaven and going to this fucking place. It's not a place like that. It's a dimension. It's 7 layers. 7 veils of heaven, 3 layers. Celestial, and terrestrial. Celestial. And you have 7 veils, just like you have 7 chakras. It's actually more chakras around those main 7. 7 days in a week. Seven music notes. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Everything is frequency. I'm telling y'all, this shit gets so deep, bro. They just deleted my live from Instagram. That's why I got on live on here, because they keep fucking with my page, bro. Like, if what I'm saying is not true or a fact, why the fuck y'all deleting my shit? They don't want people to know. But I'm escaping. I am ready for death. I am ready, because that's when you actually live. If you are a neuromelanated black person with carbon in it, and you see how they separate us, like the oldest tribe in Asia and Africa and all that shit, I pulled it up. It was the Khoisan tribe. I pulled it up, and it's motherfuckers on there that look like me. These people look like me, and I'm ready to show you Khoisan tribe. And they'll be like, oh, she look Asian. She look Asian. No, the Asians get their features from us. This bitch looks just like me. And you see how they separated us? Oh, well, we're going to say they're just Cambodian. And we're going to just say these people are Indians. And we're going to say these people here are Puerto Ricans. And we're going to say these people here are Dominicans. And we're going to say these people here are the Aboriginals. And we're going to say these people here are Negroes. And we're going to say these people here are Indigenous. Bro, we are all the same. Bro, I know my motherfucking cousin when I see them. Bro. Wait. Because this shit is pissing me off. I know my cousin when I see my cousin. You cannot tell me that's not my cousin. You cannot tell me that's not a black person. These is Asians. Poison tribe. Bruh. I know my motherfucking cousin when I see. All they did was separate us, dog. But if all of us get together and mass meditate, we can flip their whole motherfucking system, because the system is failing. As I talk about this right now, you know, everything is 01001101010. The matrix is failing. Because everybody is waking up to their bullshit. And we have the power. The only thing we ain't do is fight back. The only thing we ain't do is, if all black people, Latino people, or Aboriginal, Asiatics to this land stop paying bills, what the fuck they gonna do? They shit can't run without us. They done tied us up, raped us, hog-tied us, fucked us, killed us, hung us, separated us, whites and colored water fountain. They done did every fucking thing these motherfuckers wanted us to do. We done went to they fucking schools. We done went to they fucking jobs. We done went to they fucking churches. We done did everything these motherfucking colonizers did to us, except for fucking fight back and stop fucking working. When the fuck is y'all gonna stop doing that? Because I'm not paying no fucking bill. I don't pay no fucking bill. And right now I'm trying to get out of a motherfucking phone bill. You have the right to rescind any consumer transaction within 3 years. And if you want to get out of it, it is $500 just to get out of your car note or mortgage. Because, baby, once we notarize that paper and send it back to that car note people, that's a wrap. They can't come and get the car, and they can't put the shit on your record. Because, for one, the contract was fraud. 2, they asked for information that they wasn't supposed to ask for. 3, the car already had insurance on it when you got it from the fucking lot, and they make you fucking get insurance on it because it's a scam too. They can access your Sister Keep via trust account from 1666 when it was implemented by using your social. How did they get your social? You gave it to them. You can't get shit without giving your social. That's how you know this shit a fucking scam. You can go to fucking Walmart and Food Lion and buy whatever the fuck you want without giving your social or your ID. But now you gotta, and to get some shit with your fucking social, you gotta fucking pay it back? Oh, hell nah. Title 15, 16, 11. I need to see every factor that's stating that I cannot get this vehicle by using my credit. And I also need to use a portion of my credit. So when that check come, it's going to come in your name and you ain't going to have to pay it back because you know the law. But let's say you don't know. You're going to be paying that car for 5 years at $500 a month and then got an extra $10,000 to $20,000 out of your ass off of something that was already paid for with your social. You see how that works? Like, the Queen of England, even though they say she's dead, she's not dead. She owns you. Yeah. All citizens in the United States of America, she owns the citizens. That's what the birth certificate is about. That's why I am not a citizen here anymore. Because once the shrooms woke me up, all of this information was downloaded to my brain and I needed to act. So when the Most High say move, bitch, you better fucking move. And that's what the fuck I did. I had to get up, get out, and get something. I couldn't let the days of my life pass by. I had to get the fuck from Amelia and the spell that's on the land and that's on the planets. See, y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it because the sun actually charges us. The sun actually charges our body, right? The sun charges us. We get energy from the sun. We can absorb harmful UVA from the sun. Like I said, the sun hits your scalp and creates this ether, but it's actually charging up your melanin and making it darker, bro. And pushing that force, which is the ether, out, because this shit is ether. We black people, or copper colored people, was created in dark matter. Dark matter is melanin. Chemistry is the study of all matter and dark matter. So these motherfuckers been studying us the whole time and still cannot explain how we get neuromelanin in our brain, which comes from the fucking sky. So that's why you got to go all the way back to before Adam to realize why they did this to us. Because we have something that they don't have. We have a soul and a spirit. They only have a spirit. That's why they can kill animals for sport and hang them up in their house. Huh? And that's why they can just eat. They can eat a shit salad, or, you know, horse foot boiled with some cabbage and some rice. Yeah. They don't give a fuck about nature. It wasn't created from nature. They got a sprinkle of us in them. Maybe 1% to 2%. Maybe. But let's say they have 28%. The rest of it is junk and Neanderthal and dog and lemur and pigskin and rat. Which is why they have fur and hair. Because when the Neanderthal was first made, it had hair everywhere from those animals. And this is how we got little hairs and shit on us now. Because of the slave master, you know? It get deep down. We could do this all day. But yeah. Know your motherfucking history, y'all. When I first started this video, I was talking about the firmament. Now look what we talking about. Because the shit go all the way back before Adam. Everybody want to start talking about Adam and Eve. First of all, we never came from no nigga rib. First of all. After the Big Bang, the Etherian cosmic mother created life through 9 elemental compounds, which consisted of sulfur, lithium, carbon, helium, hydrogen, exon, argon, krypton, and radon. And she took those 9 elemental compounds and manifested it to the prokaryotes. And from the prokaryotes, it went to the prokaryotic cells to manifest Anu, which is Eloi, El, who is the Holy One, the Heavenly One. Anu, from the Anunnaki, those sent by Anu to Ki, Ki meaning Kai, Kai meaning earth. Anu, Allah, arm, leg, leg, arm, head. You are God. Don't let these people play with y'all. Because I'm here to break all, I'm here to break through all that shit. Tear the fucking matrix down. Trying to tell y'all, bruh. These 9 elemental compounds manifested Anu, the heavenly one. But you gotta realize, like, don't think that this shit's sweet, because they are fallen gods. They weren't angels, they was gods. Your Bible gonna say that they was angels, but the Sumerian text that's in the stone from billions of years ago said they are gods. Aliens. They're aliens. Your God in your Bible is an alien. That's why he didn't want you to worship any other gods but him. And that was Yakub, aka Zeus. Because that's his cosmic name, Zeus. Aliens. One of my gods created those other races to kill us anyway. And his Caucasian, it tells you, his Caucasian, what mankind, it tells you in the Bible, mankind was his greatest creation. Mankind, meaning Homo sapien. Because nothing about me is man or kind. I'm not a mankind. I'm a God. And when he was talking about, oh, we was created in his image, no. They were created in his image. We were not created in the God of this Bible image. Because when you look at yourself in the mirror, that's who you think you look like. That's what you think you look like. You don't really look like that. This is just a container for your soul. You know what I'm saying? And your real body is on a ship, waiting. I'm telling you, this shit gets so deep, dog. Everybody come from the moon. Everybody that's here right now has been reincarnated because they don't know what the fuck to do. So they've been sent back here because they didn't know what to do. Now they are stuck here as ghosts on the 4th dimension. So when you just sitting in the crib or some shit and you see some shit and you do like that because you saw it, you can see ghosts from your peripheral, but you can't see them straight on with your eyes, like if you're just looking at them, unless you have what I have, or unless you have abilities to do that or to see spiritual warfare and shit like that. You're not going to be able to do it, but you'll catch something from your peripheral. That's because they're on the 4th dimension and you on the 3rd dimension, because we can pick this up. This is a 3D and your eyes is 2-dimensional. You know what I'm saying? There is optical. It's 2-dimensional in a 3D world when they're on the 4th dimension. So you're not going to be able to see it unless you're tapped in and can see shit like my granddaughter. See my daddy floating up in the sky and my brother running around the house playing with him. That's because we were all taught the wrong thing. And we were taught to go into this light that is the false light, which is the moon. And when you're looking at a yin and yang symbol, you have the black side with the white sun. And then you have the white side with the black sun. So when you're dying and you go into that white light, that's the white side that's on the yin and yang. And then when you get through that, you're going to go into the darkness. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that because we was not created that way. You don't go, we was not created in the light. We was created in the darkness from dark matter. So when you look at the black side with the white circle or sun, because you want to go back to the source as a carbon person, carbon being, you're in the darkness. You want to go to where the creator is at. And in order to get there, it's a fee, because I'm not telling this information because it's not for everybody. This is the whole reason why they have the church, to have you to not think about shit like that, to make you believe that you're going to this place, like this place that I'm in, when it don't work like that, because the Sumerian texts read other things. You know what I'm saying? And for people to say that the United States is not the old ancient Egypt, it is. You have to realize that they changed the names to a lot of these places, just like modern day Iraq is Samaria in the Mesopotamia area. Babylonian, Akkadians, you know? Just like they changed the name from Samaria to Iraq. But when you start doing the research and pulling up these old books, you'll realize that this is ancient Egypt. That's why they have temples and pyramids in the Grand Canyon. And you can't go there. You only can go to certain places in the Grand Canyon. The Temple of Isis is there. And you can see her statue in the fucking stone there. Pyramids and shit. Pyramids here in the capital of Atlantis. Everywhere. Utah got a lot of stuff there. That shit crazy, bro. How they just be lying about every fucking thing. But I am here to unravel all the mess. All the questions that y'all have or ever question some shit, ask me. I know a lot of shit. People think, oh, you don't know everything. You don't know what the fuck I know, because I was on a different dimension than anybody was. That's the same reason why they stopped people from the hippies and all them people from using shrooms, because at first it's a happy type of medicine, and it's a healing medicine of the earth, because it's connected to the mycelium network, which is connected to all of the trees. You have to understand that the trees are the oldest on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Mushrooms are connected to the mycelium network. Even if there aren't psychedelic mushrooms, the other mushrooms that don't have the psychs in them, they can help you, you know what I'm saying, improve your brain, like by thinking. You know, it's a lot of good things that mushrooms can do. But I stick to psychedelics and my weed, and I actually tap in that way. And baby, the shrooms will take you there. You know what I'm saying? 3 grams not gonna do it. I did 5 for my birthday, and I'm this person. So I did 13 the other day, and it took me to a higher dimension, which I should have went live once I started feeling it. That way you could actually take the trip with me. You know what I'm saying? It's not really a trip, but it's like the things that I'm talking about, the things that I'm saying, the things that I'm seeing is actually there on, but I'm on a different frequency than y'all. Y'all wouldn't be able to see what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? Or feel what I'm feeling. Well, yeah, I ain't ready to talk y'all to death. This shit went all the way from the Firmament to Neanderthals and other races to... Yeah, I'm gonna save this live. But y'all gotta realize that your pastors is not gonna teach you about the afterlife for a reason, because they want you to believe that you're going to heaven, and it's gonna stop their money if you find out the truth. You know what I'm saying? So once you have this knowledge of knowing what to do soon as you take your last breath, you know what I'm saying, you gonna be like, damn, this shit is like, this is life. Life begins when us melanated people die, because we get to experience, we can ask the creator can we go to the universe or stick by him and follow him? Or you can ask him, well, I want to go back to Earth and be with my family. And it's not what you're going to think it's going to be. You're not going to be there as a vessel, a person. It's always going to be a ghost of some type. But it's going to be destroyed. It's not going to be what you think it's going to be. But these pastors and stuff is not going to teach you about the archons and what to do when you die. And the other races that practice this and know about the afterlife, they practice so that they won't be reincarnated back here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just watching one last night with this little girl, and, you know, she said she know how she died. You know what I'm saying? She know where her body was at. So if all of this is going on, if people are remembering their past lives, I remember my past life, how the fuck is anybody going to heaven? You have to think. Think for yourself. Just step back out of their system just for yourself. Because this shit was forced on us for a reason. Oh, you have to go to school. Oh, you have to go to work. Oh, you got to pay a bill. Type in what is a bill on Google right now and watch what pull up. You don't pay bills. You discharge debt. And I can teach you how to do that too. But everything is a fee. Like, this knowledge is just not some knowledge that I'm just giving out for free. Everything that I talk about every day on here is just me connecting the dots so you can know. You know what I'm saying? But as far as me giving you that information that I had to go to college to get, it's not for free. Because I had to pay. And then it's my time that I'm investing into these esoteric facts that I know for a fact are facts. It's not a belief. And just because you believe something does not mean it's true. Just because you believe something does not mean it's true. A fact is me saying, I got this Tiffany necklace on and I shouldn't have it on because it's like a chain for the slaves and stuff, which I think that's what Tiffany represents. I don't fucking know, but it's silver and it helps me with warding off evil spirits and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? When I feel like some evil shit, like I could just be sitting in here and just something just be evil or something. And then that cat start meowing and be right at the fucking door trying to save me, and whatever the spirit or whatever it is, that shit go away. But I ain't ready to talk y'all head off because I know a lot of people might think I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. I'm far from crazy. You know what I'm saying? They label me crazy. They label me crazy, but I'm not crazy. You know what I'm saying? I just know shit that y'all don't know. And new things to people, it's hard to believe. Or they don't want to try something new because they're afraid. So that's why they scare you away from certain shit and push this shit onto you to make you fear things. Pushing school on you, making you program to their system every fucking day. 1 + 1 is 2. 1 + 1 is 2. Well, I thought if a plus sign... I thought the plus is extra. Like 1, you have 1 plus. Because it's 3 things. 1, and then the plus, and then the 1. But everything that we were taught is cap. Most of everything that was taught. That's why I like to... talk about biology and chemistry and quantum physics, geometry and shit like that, because everything started with numbers and symbols and frequencies and shit like that. So, but yeah, Firmament. We are on the firmament. That's what this video is about. Flat Earth, firmament. And this guy here lets you know in an interview that they never went to the moon. In the movie with him, it told you right there, he was trying to fly. But he couldn't. Which is symbolic to him, Buzz, never going to the moon. They went there. They went there, but they did not land on the moon. That shit was fake. They did not land there. They went there. And while they was there, they were greeted by a group of beings. A group of beings. And those beings told them, don't y'all bring y'all motherfucking ass back up here to this here moon, or it's gonna be some shit. And that's what happened. They went up there, but they ain't never land there. So they've been trying to go back, but they know when the person who went up there to the moon, when he died, his last words let you know they better not take their ass back up there. What's up, Rashad? Yeah, so that's all I wanted to get on here and talk about the firmament today, and why y'all ready to go to church tomorrow when y'all should have went today, because today is the Sabbath. Y'all need to get out of this spell. You know, the spell on the planet. The Pleiadians put the spell on the planet when they fucking got the human beings to put a spell on the Moors to get my ancient ancestors' access codes. And so, you know, us Moors helped build a lot of shit and helped them bathe, and we taught them how to do everything. So they basically took our shit, took our ancient ancestors' access codes, and gave it to the Pleiadians, who really work for the Draconians and the Reptilians, to find out where our ancient ancestors' access codes were. And once they found the codes to our ancient ancestors, they cut down our biggest trees. They sank Atlantis. They blew the second sun away. And they froze the planet. That's why when the police say, freeze! Your ass! You stop. Because it's a spell on the motherfucking planet. Y'all gotta get out of this spell, bro. You have to ask. You have to summon the angelic beings and celestial and terrestrial beings, the angelic beings, the guardian angels. You gotta ask them and the heavenly one, the holy one, to show you and to help you. You have to ask. You can't just pray and meditate. You have to ask. But yeah, I ain't ready to hold y'all up. I probably been on here for probably like an hour. For real, for real. I just want to get this shit off my chest because people keep, we live on a ball. No, the fuck we don't. And if you're a Christian and you believe in the Bible, you gotta believe in the firmament. Because you cannot say we live on a ball and floating around in the sky and you believe in the Bible when chapter 1 verse 6 tells you he placed a firmament in the waters and separated it by the waters above and the waters below. And to set something, you have to set it. This is setting my lighter on my skin. Just like he set the dome or the firmament in the waters, in the mist, because he said in the midst of the waters, and separated it from the waters above and the waters below. This is what you set. You're setting. Let me show y'all what set means. Your firmament. This is Tiamat. Tiamat. Because you have to remember the moon hit Tiamat and created Earth. So this is Earth on Tiamat. He set the firmament, because you cannot set something that's not on a flat surface. It's words. Words are spells. You see what type of words he's using. He did not say a ball. He set the firmament. Set the firmament in the midst of the waters and separated it from the waters above, which is your sky, from the waters below. Meaning we are under the fucking water. In the firmament. On flat land, because you cannot fucking set a firmament on the water without it being on something. Even NASA tell you this. Anyway, I'm not ready to get back into it. He set the firmament in the midst of the waters and separated it by the waters above and the waters below. Chapter 1, verse 14. He put the sun, moon, and stars inside of your firmament. He didn't say he put the fucking planets in there. He said the sun, moon, and stars. But we're going to talk about the planets on another lecture, not today. Today's focus was on the firmament and where it was set in the midst of the fucking waters. That's separated by the firmament. As above, so below. Set. Keyword set. And circle, not ball. Because if you look at all the scriptures that's talking about the firmament and earth, he does not say it's a ball. I mean, it's a ball. Yeah, he never said it's a ball. It's circular. Circle. Firmament. Earth. On Tiamat. That land that we see outside the grass, that's Tiamat. That has been pushed up to make it land from the waters below. Firmament. It does not move. We cannot get out of the firmament. They're not going outside of shit. Because space is in the ocean. The waters below. And in order to get out, you have to go to the deepest depths of the ocean. And there's an ocean inside of that ocean, that's so dense, you're going to bounce off of it. You cannot get through it unless you're alien and have the type of crafts to get through the firmament. That's how they come in, through the Mariana Trench and the deepest depths parts of the ocean. I mean, of the sea, because the sea and the ocean are two different things. Ocean is being chained down in the bottom of the Bermuda Triangle because it's a crystal pyramid that's under the Bermuda Triangle with the hole in it that's got him chained down to it. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. These texts that y'all don't know about, that I'm talking about, they're not gonna teach you this shit, bro. They're gonna teach you this one and to keep you away from the God that's inside of you. That's why y'all don't believe that the earth is flat. But it clearly tells you in 1:6 it says a firmament to separate the waters from up here from the waters down here in the fucking midst of the water. Meaning we're under water right now. Oh, I'm just sick of dumb people sometimes, you know. I'm just sick of it. But yeah, I'm about to get off of here.